Hey church, let's jump into our psalm today, Psalm 63. I want to encourage you to read it for yourself today. One thing we see in this psalm is the importance of corporate worship in the life of a believer. You remember corporate worship? Those times way back when people of hundreds and thousands used to gather in one place to worship God. Have you missed it? I have so missed it. And I've so missed seeing all of you. It's a little different for us at the moment. We're still riding out the restrictions due to COVID-19. But we see when we look at this psalm, the impact that corporate worship had on David's faith journey. David's saying this in this psalm, "So I've looked upon thee in the sanctuary, beholding thy power and glory." We see here David recalling memories of the times he had experienced God during corporate worship. Those times of experiencing God in all his power and glory. And we find David recalling these distant memories as he is out isolated and alone in the Judean wilderness. Well, what does this show us? And why was he doing this? Well, firstly, it shows us that while David was out in the wilderness, cut off from his worshipping community at the temple, it was the memories of his experiences of the gathered church that brought God home to him with clarity and with power during his season of isolation and wilderness. And secondly, David was doing this to strengthen himself in the Lord and to find courage to face another day, another lonely and isolated day. David found hope in these memories of corporate worship, which kept him going and kept him connected to God. I wonder, how can that apply to us today? What keeps us strengthened in the Lord when we are feeling disconnected and in those times of wilderness? And how can we make corporate worship important in our faith? When we begin to meet again together, will it be the first thing you begin with, that big rock? Or will it be the last thing that you end your week with and something that you try and just fit into your already busy schedules? See, corporate worship is a blessing from God. And let's remember and let's learn from David's life that it shapes our faith. Selah, think on these words. God bless.